What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to look at the Transformers Netflix series Impactor. So this is a repaint. This figure has already come out in the Siege line, but they repainted him here. It actually looks kind of cool, so that's why I picked him up. I haven't reviewed this guy, so I figured let me take a look at it and see the differences. You can see kind of a purple wash or paint all throughout in different spots, which looks kind of cool actually. It's got that maroonish purple look. You can see on the head you got that yellow paint and the purple, and then this yellow is also kind of splotchy. I mean, these parts are painted, but you got some splotchy yellow here, you got yellow here in the back, not much on the back, but accents. So definitely nice that they painted it. I think it's a good looking figure. I don't know if it's worth picking up if you already have the original, but I do like the color scheme. I do like the look of this. He does come with a couple accessories. You get this gun, which he can wield pretty much anywhere, just like all the other Siege figures. You can put that in his hand, and then you can take the smaller one, and I think that's the recommended configuration for tank, or you can put it in his hand if you prefer that, or you can put it on his arm. I mean, you can really, unlimited options there. You can rotate this, but I think it looks best out like that. Let's look at his articulation. So his head is on a, I think it's a ball joint, but you don't get much up and down, just a little bit there. So let's get closer on the head sculpt so you can see the actual face. So he's got that painted red eyes with the silver face, and then the painted yellow and purple, and that looks really nice. I think that's a good color scheme. You can rotate this up and down. You can get that out of the way for the shoulder, which does rotate around on this joint up to here, and then rotates all the way around, obviously. Rotation at the bicep. Single jointed elbow gets you 90 degrees. Only articulation in and out on this wrist, no rotation. Rotation at the mid waist, not really at the waist, but more like the torso. So you get that. Get legs. Go up to there, back to there, out to there. Rotation at the knee, and instead of the thigh this time, you do have ratchets at this outer joint. I'm not really sure why they put ratchets in there. It's the first one I've seen like that. Maybe the Siege line had more. You get the little bit of detail there on the knees, which shows up more in the vehicle mode. You get the ankle tilt all the way to there, and then you get a toe pivot this way. So you can get some good poses based on his articulation. Overall, a good looking bot. I think they did a good job with his paint scheme and his colors. Let's get in a bot for comparison. There he is next to the Netflix Optimus. Pretty taller robot, but still just about the same as some of the other car bots, maybe a little bit shorter than the car bots. But he does look good next to the leader class. So Megatron is about the same size as Optimus, so it's going to look good with that Megatron. He does have an Autobot symbol, so that's interesting. I asked a couple people, and in the show, I believe he was Decepticon the whole time. I don't think he changed his faction till, very late. But anyway, it's interesting they've got that silver Autobot logo. It's just colored purple because of the background. Right now we'll get him transformed into his tank mode. If you haven't already, take off the guns and just set those aside. We're going to use those a little bit later. So let's start off with the head. So go ahead and open up this panel here. Flip the head around and put that in. And then close up this panel, and that just tabs right in and hides the head. Go ahead and open up this panel here. And take these arms, rotate them forward. Take the hands, fold those in. And then rotate the arm so that you have this tab slot is going to meet up with this tab when you rotate. So you can see it's going to meet up there. Same on this side. Rotate the arm up, fold the hand inwards, and then before you fold this arm in, we want to take this gun, and that is going to tab in right here. So you can see it's going to sandwich between the two arms. So go ahead and do that before you get this in, and then sandwich it in. You can do it afterwards, but it's a little easier if you do it before. And then last step, take this, and that's going to peg into the top of the arms, and that makes the top of the tank. There you go for that. Go ahead and take this, flip that around, And then from the back here, pull away his waist or his ab crunch. I guess he does have an ab crunch. I didn't talk about that in his robot mode, but he does have an ab crunch here that you can use. Here's a sort of a Gerwalk mode if you wanted it. Anyway, go ahead and take these feet, fold them inwards, and then you're going to take these, fold them out. Take these panels, rotate them to the back. Same on this side, rotate to the back. Go ahead and peg this front part together. Come to the back here, you can see there's a slot that's going to go with this tab. So go ahead and fold that in and get it connected to that tab there. And make sure you have the legs straight, otherwise you'll have a little bit of trouble getting these all pegged in there. All right, just give it a squeeze. There you have Impactor in his tank mode. Pretty nice looking tank mode. I did stick this on. You can kind of stick this wherever you want, just like every Siege figure, or I guess every Earthrise figure. This is in the Earthrise line, but it really was originally made during the Siege line. I can kind of tell because there are some things that just don't feel as good as they do in the current line, unfortunately. But I do like this here. I think that's the best looking. I do like the paint job. I think it looks really nice, the different contrast of paint and like some of this weathering job, if you can see that. The yellow mixed in with the green and then the purple and the magenta mixed together. That really does look nice. It gives it kind of a camouflage look. You can articulate this up and down, and you can also rotate the tank so you can get him kind of shooting in any direction, which is cool for a tank. Overall, pretty nice looking tank. Let's bring in a figure for comparison. With the Earthrise Runabout, you can see about the same length, same width, but obviously taller because he's a tank. He's got this whole separate section here on the top. So good looking size for this character. All right, now let's get him back into his robot mode. I did forget to mention they do have little guns here. They don't do anything, they don't rotate, but they look really nice. I like that little added detail there on the sides. Right, go ahead and take this gun off, and we'll basically get him back to robot mode. Go ahead and unpeg these feet from the back. They are kind of loose. That was kind of what I meant when I said, you know, feels more Siege than Earthrise. It's not very tight. But fold that up. Go ahead and take the feet, and that's going to rotate up in there, and then take the front of the toes and fold that in. And then take this and peg that back into his back. Oops. And there you have the Gerwalk mode. I'll go ahead and lift up this panel here, and then lift up the chest plate right here. That's pegged into his arms. Right, and I can take these arms, separate them from the gun, then rotate this arm outwards, and then rotate it downwards, and rotate until you get the elbow into the front. Same on this side, rotate the arm out, downwards, and then rotate until you get the elbow to the front. Flip out the hands, close up the chest, and that pegs in right into there pretty securely. Go ahead and open up this panel, flip out his head. I like to use that little notch there to grab. Close that back up. There you have Impactor back in his robot mode, and I like him. I think he's really cool looking. He looks good in both modes. The only thing my minor complaint is he doesn't stay together well in the vehicle mode. The tabs are kind of a little bit loose. That might be because of mold degradation. I don't know if the original, I didn't own the original, so I'm not sure if the original had the same problem. But other than that, really cool looking. Fits in really well with the Earthrise line. I think they did a good job. I did want to show you can fake the ab crunch here if you wanted to. So he can do some better poses. But all in all, I definitely like it. I recommend it. If you're getting all the other figures and you don't have Impactor from the original Siege version, then you'll definitely like this one. I do like the color. I do like the paint. I think it was a good choice by Hasbro to repaint it this way. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. This will end the Netflix series line that I've been reviewing. We will go back to reviewing, third party and Masterpiece. Hopefully I have some more things coming to take a look at soon. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.